Crimes You Didn't Know Were Committed by Your Favorite Celebrities, Part 7. And today we are going to be talking about P. Diddy. In 1991, P. Diddy co-promoted a celebrity basketball game and concert at City College of New York. And at this event, 9 people lost their lives and 29 left injured. The gym capacity was 2,730 people, and it was reported that a little over 5,000 people were in attendance. There was very clearly not enough security guards for the event, and when organizers attempted to stop letting people in, people broke the gym doors and flooded into the lobby, resulting in a fatal stampede. The then mayor, David Dinkins, released a 67-page report titled A Failure of Responsibility. The report faulted P. Diddy for hiring inadequate and inexperienced security. And Diddy eventually went on to settle multiple lawsuits filed by the families of those who lost their lives later in 2000. In 1995, Jake Robles, one of Suge Knight's previous security guards and one of Suge Knight's friends, was unalived outside of an Atlanta nightclub after an argument allegedly involving Bad Boys Camp. It is said to have went down at Jermaine Dupri's birthday party at Platinum City nightclub. Fulton County Sheriff's Deputy Chris Howard recalled escorting Diddy and his entourage out of the club before attempting to escort Suge Knight and his entourage out of the club. Howard stated that Suge Knight's partner was just about to get into the limo when Diddy's guys come from around the corner and one of them had a gun. Howard claims to have gotten into a foot pursuit with a man who then allegedly handed the gun off to another man who then proceeded to shoot Jake 2 to 3 times. The shooter then allegedly jumped into a car full of Diddy's entourage and fled the scene. Diddy went on to deny any involvement, however, it is reported that Suge Knight allegedly directly blames him for it. In 1998, Diddy and 2 men went into Steve Stout's office and attacked him after the music executive sent MTV a version of P. Diddy and Nas's Hate Me Now music video where it involved a scene with Diddy being depicted as Jesus Christ crucified on the cross. Diddy wanted the scene removed and allegedly became irate when it was aired. Steve went on to report that Diddy and 2 other men barged into his office and attacked him with a champagne bottle. Diddy was eventually charged with second-degree assault and criminal mischief. Steve went on to accuse Diddy and his 2 associates of not only breaking his arm, but breaking his jaw during the attack. However, Diddy went on to deny that any bones had been broken. Diddy went on to release a statement that said, "I basically went into his office, and what happened inside of his office, I can't really talk about. But I can say this. The way I handled myself inside of his office was completely wrong, and I have since apologized to Steve for that, and I just feel like I disappointed myself." And Diddy was ultimately sentenced to only 1 day of anger management. In 1999, Diddy and Jamal Shine Barrow were partying at Club New York. It's alleged that Diddy knocked a drink out of Matthew Scar Allen's hand, which sparked an argument between Diddy, Matthew, and Jamal. During the argument, it is alleged that somebody threw a wad of money in Diddy's face and that Matthew actually threatened to unalive Jamal. Prosecutors went on to claim that all 3 men pulled firearms. However, it was Jamal that fired off in the crowded club 3 times, resulting in 3 people being shot. Diddy was arrested with 2 9mm in his vehicle and was charged with 4 weapons charges, as well as charged for attempting to bribe his driver into taking ownership of the guns himself. Witnesses went on to testify that they saw both Jamal and Diddy fire shots into the club. However, Diddy was later acquitted of all charges. However, Jamal was convicted of 5 out of his 8 charges and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. And in 1998, Diddy and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez were arrested and charged with criminal possession of a firearm as well as possession of stolen property in connection to a shooting that occurred at Club New York. The charges against J-Lo were eventually dropped and Diddy went on to be found not guilty. A month after his acquittal, Diddy was arrested for driving on a suspended license and was released 20 minutes later after signing an agreement to later appear in court. In 2003, reports revealed that Sean John workers in a factory in Honduras were dealing with sweatshop conditions. Diddy, as well as his fellow Sean John executives, made claims to have not known about the conditions, and they made promises to work towards fixing them. In 2005, Rogelio Mills went on to make accusations that Diddy and his entourage assaulted him in 1999 after he asked Diddy about his alleged role in the passing of the rapper Biggie. And the jury later went on to rule in Diddy's favor. In 2005, the Locks called Diddy out on his mistreatment of artists as well as his refusal to return artists' publishing rights. In 2007, Diddy was sued by a club promoter for $4 million after the club promoter alleged that Diddy had him forcibly removed from the club. The club promoter reported that he had been punched, kicked, and chased out of the building. In 2012, Diddy and Kid Cudi allegedly got into an altercation in a nightclub over Cassie. In 2013, Diddy was allegedly accused of getting into an altercation with J. Cole at an MTV VMAs afterparty. Multiple sources went on to report that a visibly intoxicated Diddy began to verbally assault Kendrick Lamar regarding a verse on one of Big Sean's songs called Control that Kendrick Lamar had featured on. Diddy allegedly attempted to pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar, prompting J. Cole to then step in. New York Post reported that J. Cole had allegedly been saying inappropriate things to Diddy and his then-girlfriend Cassie. Some pushing and shoving occurred, however, no actual physical blows were thrown. Both men went on to deny that there had ever been a fight. However, J. Cole went on to later rap in one of his songs the line, "My last scrap was with Puff Daddy, who would have thought it?" In 2014, Diddy allegedly punched Drake in the face regarding the rights to the beat to Drake's 0 to 100 song. Miami New Times went on to report that the two men got into an altercation outside of Live nightclub at DJ Khaled's Bassel weekend event. Blows were allegedly thrown, with Diddy telling Drake things like, "You will not disrespect me." Diddy denies throwing punches, going on to tell The Breakfast Club that, "I didn't do anything to Drake. Drake is my friend." In 2015, Diddy was accused of attacking his son's UCLA football coach after claiming that the coach had been too hard on his son. He was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. However, the LA District Attorney's Office decided not to pursue felony charges. In 2017, Diddy's former private chef went on to file a sexual harassment lawsuit, alleging that she was forced to serve him post-Smex meals while he was still naked. She also went on to accuse him of not paying her for overtime hours that she worked. The suit went on to be settled in 2019, with no details of the settlement being released to the public. In 2019, Diddy's ex-girlfriend Gina went on to tell blogger Tasha K that she was abused during her 5-year relationship with Diddy. She went on to claim that he had at one time stomped her in her stomach as well as punched her in the back of her head. A statement from the Tasha K interview was her saying that he would always compare her to Cassie and tell her that she was a bad one and Cassie was a good one. She also stated that every single person in Diddy's camp is aware of his abuse and just sits by and allows it to happen and doesn't say anything. In 2021, Diddy called out the Recording Academy for its lack of acknowledgement of rap and R&B artists. Former Bad Boys artist Mace, however, took issue with the statement and released his own statement on Instagram that read, "Your past business practices have knowingly continued to starve your artists, the very same artists who contributed to you winning that Icon Award on the very iconic Bad Boys label." In 2023, Diddy went on to accuse the distributors of his famous liquor brands of racism. He went on to allege that they did not offer the same resources to Black-owned brands that they offered to other brands. And in response to these accusations, the distributors just decided to end their partnership with Diddy. And then in 2023, as we all know, Cassie shocked the world by dropping the biggest lawsuit we have ever seen against Diddy. He accused him of years of alleged physical abuse, rape, sexual assault, sexual battery, and even sex trafficking. Cassie claims that it all started after she signed a deal with Diddy's Bad Boy label in 2005. She went on to claim that he allegedly took control over her car, apartment, clothing, medical records, and essentially her entire life. The lawsuit also claimed that Diddy's entire staff is fully aware and even witnessed the beatings. In 2009, Diddy allegedly kicked Cassie repeatedly in the face and then had staff hide her away in a hotel room until she healed. Cassie allegedly suffers memory loss due to the forced substance abuse by Diddy, and the lawsuit claimed that Cassie was forced to perform in freak-offs, where she was allegedly forced to perform sexual acts with male sex workers while Diddy sat across the room and watched and pleasured himself. These freak-offs were allegedly held sometimes as often as once a week at high-end hotels across the country and was filmed and documented by Diddy himself. Cassie even went on to talk about a time where she allegedly was forced to watch one of the tapes of one of these freak-offs, and she realized that it was footage that she thought that she had previously deleted. Allegedly, during one of the freak-offs, Diddy went on to pay a hotel $50,000 to delete security cam footage of him throwing glass vases at Cassie after giving her a black eye. The lawsuit went on to claim that Diddy had threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car over him having briefly dated Cassie in the past, and it is said that Kid Cudi's car actually did mysteriously explode in his driveway not too long after Diddy's threats. The lawsuit claims that he allegedly forced his way inside of Cassie's home in 2018 and raped her, causing her to officially cancel all dealings with Bad Boys and with Diddy altogether. And the lawsuit against Diddy was settled within 24 hours. No terms of the settlement have been disclosed to the public. However, Diddy has come out and released a statement saying that we have decided to settle the matter amicably and I wish Cassie and her family the best. Ben Braffman, Diddy's lawyer, went on to say that I just want to make one thing clear. The decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit in no way undermines his flat-out denial of the claims. He is happy they came to a mutual settlement and he wishes Mrs. Ventura the best. So I don't know, you guys. Did you know about this?